I did want to get this into the show tonight. This was my idea, folks. Anybody wonder why we're talking about this?
Nah,
I
this is
chose,
out there, bro. I done seen this hit the airwaves, bro.
yeah, I chose to talk about this. So this actress, this woman, her name is Sydney Sweeney. Um, she's, she's if you follow entertainment and movies in Hollywood, you more than likely know who she is if you follow that stuff. I do know who she is because once upon a time I tried to watch the TV show Euphoria on HBO. I lasted like a season and a half and I had to stop. It was just it was killing my vibe. That show is too much, bro. Every episode is just trauma. Somebody's ODing, somebody's attempting unaliving,
Wow,
somebody's
really?
being abused, assaulted. Every episode is just too heavy. So I had to get off that narcotic. I'm pretty sure it's critically acclaimed by all of the critics, but I had to stop watching it. But she's on this show, and that's where I know her from. She's a part of that show Euphoria. But that's not why we're talking about her. We're talking about her because she partnered with Dr. Squatch to create a branded bath soap, which is allegedly infused with bath water that she bathed in.
That's insane.
But wait, there's more. This bath soap that is allegedly infused with bath water that she bathed in, being sold by Dr. Squatch, sold out very quickly. And not only did it sell out, but it's reselling on the secondary market for hundreds of dollars. So, to provide a little context here, let me go ahead and pull this up. Oh,
Y'all crazy, man.
so this says Sydney Sweeney's bathwater infused soap sells out, resells for hundreds online. Sydney Sweeney's bathwater infused soap, created in collaboration with men's hygiene brand Dr. Squatch, has become, has become an internet sensation and a collector's item. The limited edition soap called Sydney's Bathwater Bliss was released Friday, which was June the 6th, and sold out within minutes. The product was priced at $8 and only 5,000 bars were available for sale. However, many customers were met with checkout delays of over 4 hours. Hours after the soap bars were sold out, people began selling them on resale platforms like eBay and StockX, listing them for hundreds of dollars. The highest sale on eBay as of press time was $725, while others have paid between $406 $600 for the soap. StockX tracked average resale prices at $251. And by Saturday afternoon, the bars were reselling for upwards of $590. So here is some of these resales on the secondary market: 725, 600, 600, 590, 500, 500. One bar, people, one bar. Um, so here's a couple of other resales: 170, 209, 214, 214, 214. This is on StockX: 234, 235. It goes on and on. Each bar of soap includes a certificate verifying the use of Sweeney's actual bath water,
Oh
which
my
was
god.
reportedly taken from a tub she soaked in for a Dr. Squatch campaign back in 2024. The medium grit soap contains shea butter, pine bark extract, exfoliating sand, and traces of Sweeney's bath water.
Okay.
The company described the soap as having an earthy, forest inspired scent featuring notes of pine, Douglas fir, and moss. Dr. Squatch's senior VP of global marketing, John Leduc, uh, called the concept bizarre and meant to get guys thinking more deeply about what they're putting on their body. Sweeney, who starred in the brand's ad last year, shared the announcement via Instagram. You kept asking about my bathwater after the Dr. Squatch ad, so we kept it. She wrote, a very real, very limited edition soap made with my actual bathwater. All right, so
Wow.
um,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
uh yeah, man. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this. What's your take on this bathwater infused soap from Sydney Sweeney selling for hundreds of dollars on the secondary market, or even selling it all?
I mean, first of all, shout out to Dr. Squatch, all right, for brilliant marketing. This is brilliant. They're getting to the bag on this one. And I won't be surprised if they mimic this with another celebrity. So they might have found themselves something here. So hey man, shout out to them. And tisk to all of these guys that's buying it, man. I don't know what y'all on, bro. Like I really don't. It got me thinking, man. I might have to partner up with Lunel and use some of her bath water so I could sell my shea butter soap infused with moss and pine leaves as well. Because apparently people are paying for our OnlyFans. Why not pay for her dirty ass bath water? So I don't know what type of pathogens you can potentially get with this. I'm sure it's sanitary. I mean, it is a soap bar, but the concept of bathing in somebody else's skin cells is absolutely disgusting to me. While you were reading that article, I had to look it up, man, because my girl Erica Badu, okay, she does have an instance out there named after, okay, a kitty cat, and it's her kitty cat, and she was always selling out of that stuff. So I had to go to her website, and currently she's out of stock. So now I don't know if it's a tongue in cheek thing or if she's actually using stuff from her uterine wall to power that incense, but people are still buying it and burning their homes and inhaling Erica Badu's inner walls. So why not bathe with this young lady's dead skin cells? I get the prospect of buying it and reselling it. If you ever saw me make a transaction for something like this, it would be for the resale value on the market. But this would be the last thing I say on this. Is that this gives me hope? Not in humanity. No. This doesn't give me hope in humanity. This gives me hope that I can make money off humanity. Because if people are doing this, hell, they still got enough money to blow on dumb stuff. So, but what are your thoughts, man, on Dr. Swatch? All right, out here selling soap made from this young lady's bathwater. What are your thoughts, bro?
Disappointment is my first emotion. Um, you know, it's a running theme on this show. We talk often about well, I at least have stated my belief that in the interpersonal dynamic between men and women, and I'm not trying to go super complex galaxy brain here, but I've said that in my opinion, um, things are a bit out of whack in part because men have ceded way too much of their power to women and to the world in general on the basis of trying to acquire sex. And I think that it has rendered an entire society of men weak, uh, mentally impotent, and beholden to the whims of women, who at the very least only have to provide them with the allure of being able to attain sex in order to get them to do whatever they want and control them into perpetuity. Um, I believe that. That is my personal belief. Seeing this reinforces that notion to me. I don't really have too much to say on this. Um, I'm just disappointed, and and I will proceed by saying I guarantee you, I don't have data to back this up, but I feel very strongly in saying that I guarantee you that the vast majority of the
Yeah.
men
Yes.
who 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 um who wanted to buy this stuff and who bought this soap from her, this Dr. Squatch Sydney Sweeney soap, I guarantee you the vast majority of these guys maintain OnlyFans subscriptions.
100%.
I guarantee you the vast majority of these guys blindly follow a lot of these women on social media, her included, probably on Instagram, commenting on every post they can, liking every pic they can, liking every photo they can, um, you know, interacting and engaging with every video they can to play this up on the algorithm so that it gets disseminated on an even more mass level to more people. I guarantee you the vast majority of these guys who bought this bath soap watch a lot of internet content.
Yes.
I guarantee you.
Uh,
These are the same guys who blame women for their problems. Like
yes.
these, that's
100%.
the ironic thing about this.
Yep. Yep.
The same guy who buys Sydney Sweeney's Dr. Squatch soap
Yep.
will be the same guy who complains that it's women's fault that they can't get a date.
Yes. Yes.
The
Yes.
same guy.
Yep. Yep.
It's the same guy.
Yep.
The same guy who is spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars annually on OnlyFans.
Yep.
It's the same guy. So you're spending $590, $600 on the secondary market for Sydney Sweeney's Dr. Squat soap because you think what? It's going to imbue you with the ability to get women who look like Sydney Sweeney? Is that what you think is going to happen?
No,
You
it's
think
sicker
that
than that.
you think, like you think you're gonna be able to message Sydney Sweeney on Instagram and get a date because you told her you spent that much money on her dirty water soap? Like what see and this is what I get so frustrated with this stuff, bro, because I really do feel like men we're losing our way.
Oh yeah, bro.
My number one goal, I mean my number one of the main things that I've always expressed when it comes to how men should orient themselves around anything having to do with women really is to analyze what is the tangible benefit you receive from capitulating to any particular behavior. And so I think you have to take inventory of that. What is the tangible benefit that I receive by liking her post? What's the tangible benefit that I receive by following her? What's the tangible benefit that I receive from commenting on this stuff? What tangible benefit do I receive from buying this soap? What tangibly? What's the benefit? You're cleaner? Like you smell? Is it supposed to smell some kind of way that's going to attract you to women? Like how is explain to me how this works?
Oh man.
Because if there's no tangible benefit to you doing this, I'm at a loss for words, and I am left to believe that you are blindly doing the same thing that you blindly do when you pay that $5 or that $10 or that however much per month to subscribe to an OnlyFans page with some woman who is only patronizing you. Like, do you think when you subscribe to this chick's OnlyFans that she cares about you? She doesn't even know who you are. She doesn't give a damn about you. Like, she'll mention you by name if you super chatter, I guess. Is that a tangible benefit? I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's the same guys. It's the same guys. And then we'll sit around wondering, what's going on? You know, why are so many women sharing men? Why are so many women getting cheated on? Because they're all dating the same men. Because all the rest of the men are buying Sydney Sweeney Dr. Squatch soap and sitting at home on their phone on OnlyFans all day. That's why y'all are sharing the same men all the time. That's why y'all are getting cheated on so much. So, I mean, I just, it's profound sadness that I feel seeing these statistics, these metrics. Kudos to Dr. Squatch. They are capitalizing in their own unique way on the modern day sexual marketplace, which is what this product is to me. In a roundabout way, it's another aspect of the modern sexual marketplace because whoever is patronizing this stuff, whoever is buying it, it's the same guys who are on all of these platforms, who are on all of these websites, who are not prioritizing being in the world, meeting women in person. These will be the same guys who 10, 15, 20 years from now aren't producing children, aren't running and rearing households. They're not contributing to society in any meaningful way by producing the next generation of humans who are supposed to advance us forward and contribute to society in their own meaningful ways. You spent so much time whacking away life force on OnlyFans and buying Sydney Sweeney bathwater that you completely missed the boat on what this whole thing is supposed to be about. And look, I'm not anti-woman. I love women.
Wow, for sure.
And it's my love of women that has me thinking this way, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
It's my love and appreciation for women that has me believing this. That's pretty much all I got, bro. I'm very disappointed, although not surprised, because if a guy is willing to spend, I forget what the number was, but I talked about her a couple weeks ago. This OnlyFans chick, Sophie Rain, some dude over the course of a year spent like millions of dollars on her OnlyFans. This chick made $50 million in a year on OnlyFans, and one guy spent some millions of dollars on her OnlyFans. If that's going on, I am not shocked one bit that you got people spending $600 for this chick's bathwater soap. I personally think it's atrocious, but as you like to say, this is where we're at.
Yeah, man. I think this is symbolic of how sick people have gotten, and because it was a streamer girl, maybe a couple years ago or wherever, some Twitch girl who was selling her bathwater. People was going insane and buying that girl bathwater. This is symbolic, and so you ask yourself, well, what are they going to do with this? Oh, they're going to get sick with it. And these are guys with pasty hands. Okay, pasty hands. You know what I'm saying? Don't bathe well. They're too caught up. As you mentioned, whacking away life force. They're too caught up in that vibe.
And then blaming women for their problems.
Well, naturally, because they're in a space where they're resenting the fact that the women that they want don't want them. It's a sad state of affairs, honestly. So when they went and started watching the corn, they didn't know it had side effects. You go buy a pack of Marlboros, you go buy a pack of Camels and Newports. There's a Surgeon General warning on that. The only warning that you get when you go to those sites is, are you over the age of 18? And so when they watch that stuff, they aren't aware of the side effects. Basically, you're signing up to be an incel. And so the further down that rabbit hole you go, the weirder you look. You go out in public, the vibration's all over you. The girls can feel it from you. You're scared because you can't click on her. This is a real human here. I don't know what to say. So it's that whole weird exchange. Humans are social creatures. When you're locked up in your splat dungeon, you're not getting any type of human interaction. The only DNA that you're ever getting in contact with is your own. You bring Dateline NBC in there and shine a black light, you gotta bleach that whole damn apartment. This is what these guys are doing. And so those guys longing for women DNA would buy it secondhand from somebody else just so he can get close to a celebrity he worships. This is also celebrity worship too. You know what I'm saying? But some of these guys will buy the bathwater of a air quote baddie at a brunch If this girl looks so good and he doesn't feel like he can get a shot at that, but he would click on that video if she was actually in the video, he would pay for her bathwater just so he can have that girl's DNA on him.
I guess he feels like, I guess that's the tangible benefit that I'm speaking of.
That's the closest he can get to it. It's sick. That's why I say you don't even want to know what some of these guys are doing with that bar of soap.
No, I don't. I don't want to know.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at with it. So yeah, man, this is symbolic of how many guys have gone too far. So yeah, it's sad, man. You would want better for society, but this is what's happening. And that's why I said, so it doesn't give me faith in humanity. The hell it does. But if people want to be this silly, there's still people out there willing to spend money on stuff to pay you. So on one hand, I can laugh at it. On the other hand, it's like, well, how can I get paid? How can I get paid from this type of stuff, man? Because not this in particular, but there's people out here that clearly want to throw money away because they're lacking social skills. So hey, man, best of luck to you guys. There's some people bought this ironically. I get it, but the people out there that really bought it because they live in a Splack dungeon, I feel for you, man. These are crazy times.
I think everybody who bought it is likely living in a Splack dungeon. I think the people who were lucky enough to get it retail early were able to get it at a premium price. And the rest of the Splackies had to get it on the secondary market because they were too late. They were just a little too late. They were a bit behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
The rest of the extreme devotees were smart enough to get it early,
which is crazy to even know that this was happening.
I just, this stuff, man. I'm gonna continue to make videos about this. I am, because it needs to be said. It really needs to be said. This is not about being anti-woman. It's actually the opposite. This is about calling men out for some of the ridiculous habits and behaviors that we are abiding by. We're killing ourselves. We really are. This is terrible. Like, this is the epitome of being a slave to vagina. But this is even worse than like what I call out like the athletes for, because at least when the athletes are being slaves to vagina, they're actually getting vagina.
Right.
I don't approve of their methods, but at least they're actually getting vagina and touching women in the daylight. This variety of being a slave to vagina is basement dwelling, pasty face, lights off.
Yeah.
No contact with the outside world, probably haven't hugged or touched a woman in person in years. Just all kinds of weirdo type stuff. To decide, I don't care how much discretionary income you have. There's something wrong with spending $600 on this. This is ridiculous. And I found, to reiterate again, Sophie Rain is one of the more popular OnlyFans people. She's only 20 years old, by the way. She made $50 million in, I believe, 2023 or 2024. And there was a guy named Charles who between 2023 and 2024 sent her $5 million.
Jesus Christ.
That is the same type of guy who is going to spend $600 on Sydney Sweeney's soap.
Yep, 100%.
It's very, very, this is ridiculous, man. But this is what I'm talking about when I am talking about men and how we have ceded so much of our power in society, so much of our power and authority. And I think one of those side effects that you're talking of that you don't see because it isn't written, it isn't as clear as day. That's another one, is how much power you're ceding in the world.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. This kind of stuff really does disappoint me. And it's so many of y'all, man. Like this kind of behavior when you're buying that soap and you sink off into your Splat dungeon to do whatever you're gonna do, and you're paying the $20 a month for the OnlyFans pages that you enjoy so much. and you're on all of these, websites and you're doing your thing, you're giving yourself, it's self-induced social atrophy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're giving yourself social atrophy that you're essentially going to have to live with for the rest of your life. And you don't even realize the damage you're doing to yourself when you're doing this. And you're upset because the women you want don't want you back, when those women don't want you because of this. This is the
right,
reason why they don't want you,
right,
because you're not adequately developing the social skills that are needed in order to be more successful in the daylight with women, because you're spending so much time doing this stuff.
correct.
So I don't know, man. Good luck to a lot of y'all out there. If there's anyone who happens to watch this video who spent that much money on this soap, it's okay. You still have time. You can learn from your, errors in judgment, and you can always change for the better. There's always time to fix it, bro. Trust me. You don't have to be this way. You don't have to keep being this way. You can change. Because trust me, this ain't the move. It's just not the move, man.
Yeah, and ladies, if you know what I'm saying, if y'all trying to sell y'all bath water, just go ahead and at me at Dogon SS. We can make a business venture out of this, because apparently there's a market for this. Lunel, I'm looking in your direction. Would love to have some of that dirty ass bath water. Maybe we can repurpose this and get a bag out of it. So yeah, hit us up here at the Conscious Approach so we can get that bag, ladies.
Yeah. Lunel's bathwater soap by Conscious Approach. Yeah. That does have a nice ring to it.
Hey man, I don't know. I think we're gonna have a few buyers out there.
I
Call
know
me
we
crazy.
will. Yes, I know. I know we will have a few buyers for that, for sure.
That's insane, bro.
Hey man, y'all need to get out the dungeon, man. All of these women out, all of these women out here, and trust me, if your social skills are where are where they need to be, you can use plain Dove white soap. It's not going to matter what kind of soap you're using; you'll still get off. But buying this soap is not going to help you.
Damn.